Do you know anybody that doesn't know when to shut up? I'm usually that guy.
Are you listening? Damn.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first episode of Sid and the Voice. We are your hosts. I am Sid.
And I am the voice.
And before we get into today's topic of not knowing when to shut up, since it's the first episode, we're going to let you know a little bit about us. We're going to tell you why we call ourselves Sid and the Voice. We'll let the voice go first.
The voice was a nickname given to me by my cousins because, well, we were always eating some ripe tomatoes. You know what I mean? And I was always in trouble. So I never got to go out much as a kid, as high school. So I would always call them up, see what they were doing. Well, one day I called them up and they were watching Man on Fire.
It's a good movie.
Very good. And anyway, I was asking them about it. They were like, it's about this guy. His name's The Voice. You never get to see his face, but he's always on the phone. And they were like, that's you. That's totally you. And I was like, Voice is a pretty cool nickname.
Makes sense.
We'll stick with The Voice. Had it ever since I was 15, 16-ish.
See, I never knew that story.
Well, now you do. So does everybody else.
You're in on the secret.
Don't tell nobody. What do they call you, Sid?
It's not as good of a story as yours is. Believe that. It all started when I used to hang out with this guy and his little brother. He was about 6-7 years younger than us. He comes home after going to the movies with his friends one day, and he says, "We just saw that movie Ice Age. You look like Sid the Sloth." And I'm just sitting here like, screw this guy. I don't like you, kid. Go away. And he said, "Yeah, you look exactly like Sid the Sloth because you don't have a chin." I have a chin.
Not so much.
When I do that, I don't.
Well, like, just keep your chin up. I mean, things will get better.
What's up? Keep my chin up. Yeah. That's all I got to do. That's how I got the nickname. Some punk kid called me Sid the Sloth.
And I bet you it's one of those nicknames that you don't like at all.
I don't like it. So
everyone calls you it even more because they know you don't like it.
Well, half the people that call me Sid don't even know why they call me Sid. They just call me Sid.
Because everybody else calls you Sid.
Yeah. It's actually a better nickname than what they used to call me at work. Nasty Nate. They thought I made pornos.
Let's keep that under wraps.
We'll talk about that later. We have a swear jar. Ruben is probably going to need it for his story today. Y'all have no idea what the swear jar is, other than the fact that it's a swear jar. If we say a bad word, because we're trying to keep this PG-13, we're going to have to place a dollar into the swear jar. Every time we place a dollar in the swear jar, y'all are going to like it, because tell them what's going to happen once it fills up.
I don't want to. I think when it fills up, we'll let you know when it fills up.
Y'all are going to want to wait to see what happens when it fills up.
I mean, you're going to like it. You're really going to like it.
And it won't take very long to fill it up. I mean,
because this guy. We also have the Inception TV.
Yeah, the Inception TV. There's nothing on it right now. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. What's going on is we're having an episode within an episode, but since this is the first episode, we're going to play the trailer on loop. So while we're talking, you're seeing our trailer that we set up a couple weeks ago.
Y'all should have watched the trailer. It was pretty good.
Yeah. So, tell me about why you need to learn how to shut up.
So I was at work today.
This is how all your stories start.
Because I'm at work a lot. Well, not so much anymore because we're about to shut down tomorrow. We're all going to get laid off. So anyways, I was at work. America. No, it's more like Vietnamese. Damn Vietnamese. Anyway, I was at work and I was working and we had a meeting up front and asked my superintendent or my supervisor, I was like, hey, can I go to that meeting? He was like, well, if I let you go, everybody's gonna have to go. I was like, nah, not everybody, just me. Just let me go. He was like, well, why do you want to go? And I told him, because I'm going to school, and they're supposed to be talking about school and benefits that are gonna help us out. It's gonna help me out, so of course I want to go.
Of course.
So he lets me go. We go up there, sit in there for like an hour and a half. I'm getting paid while I'm in there.
Yeah, it's almost as good as getting paid to poop.
By the way, if you're ever at work, you need to always poop while you're at work.
Always poop at work.
Because you'll get paid for it.
Always.
Might as well. If you're good at something, don't do it for free. Right?
Yeah, don't do it first thing in the morning before you go to work. Do it as soon as you get to work.
Back to my story. So I go up there. I was up there for like an hour and a half. I come back and he's like, hey, you need to go do this and that. I was like, all right. I was in the break room anyways while I got back.
Well, like, you're always in the break room.
I'm either in the break room or on the smoke bench. I don't even smoke, but I'm on the smoke bench.
You're just not working.
Yeah. Well, I mean, tomorrow's our last day, so nobody's working.
What's it going to matter?
Right. What are they going to do? Fire me? How are you going to get fired when you're going to get laid off?
Exactly.
Anyways. And I was like, all right, I'll go. So I go, and I was doing my job or whatever. Me and this other guy were doing it together.
Doing it together?
And doing it well. And that other guy had a break all day, so he was like, man, this.
Swear jar.
Swear jar. Who's it?
Right there.
Where you at, though?
We'll just put it on your side. You're going to need it. You're probably going to need it.
All right. And he was like, this. And I was like, what? And he was like, let's go take a break. I had just barely started working, so I was like, hell yeah, I'll take a break. Hey, yeah. So we go in there, start eating. I finished my first sandwich. On my second sandwich, my supervisor goes in there, and he was like, what the hell are y'all doing in here? I know y'all, that job isn't done yet. And I was like, duh, that's why I'm in here. And he was like, well, you need to go back out there and do it. It needs to be done before this time. And I was like, all right, it'll get done before that time. He walks out of the break room. So naturally, I stay in the break room. It was going to get done before that time. So I already calculated.
What time was it this time?
When he went in there, it was about 7:15.
So you had 45 good minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it would only take like 30 minutes. So I was like, I told that other guy, I was like, you know what, we got this. We did almost all of it in 30 minutes. We can do the other half easy. So we'll stay in here for another 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll go out there. So I finished my sandwich all slow. Get some water, drink it. Get my vape. Start puffing on that a little bit. And I was like, all right, it's about time to go. So I start walking out of the break room. What do you know? My supervisor's right there, waiting for me.
Just waiting for you.
Yeah.
He probably knew you were in there.
Yeah, I mean, he probably saw me not come out.
He just waited.
Yeah, so I was like, what's up? I'm about to go do that. And he was like, no, you're not. Go to my office. I was like, your office?
Who are you?
Whatever. And I go in the office, and he tells the other guy to go in the office too. Get in there. And I'm like, what's up? And he was like, I'm going to wait till he gets in here. And I was like, you know we're going to finish that before 8. And he was like, let him get in here. And I was like, all right. Yeah.
Swear jar. You didn't mean to do that one, did you?
No,
It might fill up today.
Y'all might know by the end of the episode.
You'll probably know by the end of the week.
And he's like, well, I want y'all to keep on working. I don't care if we are getting laid off tomorrow. We're all going to keep on working. And I was like, dude,
Why?
I always work.
He's getting laid off tomorrow too, though, right?
Yeah, so,
Your boss?
I mean, I guess he's just, I don't know, he's real anal about everything. He needs to get laid. Probably needs to get laid. And I was like, dude, it'll get done. And he was like, well, when I tell y'all to do something, I expect it to get done. I was like, you told us to get it done by 8. It would have been done by 8 if you wouldn't have called us in here and talked to us for 10 minutes. He was like, well, are y'all going to go to work? I was like, that's where we were going. And he's like, Ruben, that's not what I asked you. And I was like, but I'm telling you, that's what we're going to go do. And he was like, well, are y'all going to go to work? And I was like, that's what I said. We're going to go do it right now.
And at this point, you should have just shut up.
Yeah, at this point, I should have been like, yes, sir. We'll get right on it. But he starts raising his voice. And naturally...
You raise yours back.
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
I mean, who wouldn't?
I already told you.
We're not playing this game, buddy.
Yeah. I tell you this twice. I mean, I know you're old, but come on.
Come on now.
So... He just keeps on asking me, and I keep on telling him the same thing. And we just keep on getting louder and louder. And eventually he was like, if y'all aren't going to want to work, y'all can just clock out right now and go home. And in the back of my head, I was like, shit, am I going to get paid for it?
Sounds good to me.
He was like,
I didn't want to be here anyway.
Right?
I got school tomorrow.
And so we're in there back and forth, and this other guy's in there, and I bet you he's like, dude, shit, good.
Swear jar. I'm gonna have to do a lot of bleeping when I edit this video. It's gonna be unedited though. Like it's all gonna be one. I'm just gonna bleep it. If we make something stupid, it's just gonna stay in.
So me and my supervisor were going back and forth, getting louder and louder and louder. And finally, the other guy's like, "Yes, we're gonna go work. We're gonna go work." And my supervisor looks at me. He's like, "Is that what y'all are gonna do?" I was like, "I've been telling you that. That's what I've been saying." And he was like, "Well, go on and get out there and work." And I was like, "That's what I've been trying to do. If I'm trying to go work and you keep me in here, that's not my fault."
It's all you, boo.
And so I opened the door and I slammed it against the wall. And there's two doors, so I got to slam the other door right behind it.
Like a screen door?
There's like two doors because it's soundproof.
Oh.
Yeah.
Must be nice. You have to work out there where it's loud, right?
Yeah. So I slammed both doors and started walking out there. And he was like, and after y'all do that, y'all got to finish doing y'all's other work. I was like, that's part of work, isn't it? Like, doing my job is part of my work. I don't know, he's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Most supervisors are. That's why they're supervisors.
That's how they get there. It's not
about doing good. It's about kissing ass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing now.
Okay.
We just made it up.
Yeah. So, that's my story. I have plenty of stories where, I just need to shut up. But that was the most recent one.
It happened today.
It happened today. And I was like, you know what? That's the story I'm going to tell.
Yeah. It's a great story.
It's fresh in my mind.
Yeah. That's why we did it today.
Yep.
Hashtag 1515.
Hashtag.
That's going to wrap it up for this episode. We need you to subscribe.
Like and comment.
Like and comment below. Tell us when you need to shut up. Tell us a story about when you resisted the urge to shut up and just totally kept blabbering when you should have just shut up.
In your mind, it's always, dude, you need to really just shut up. But your mouth just keeps on moving. Like, I know.
Your mouth is like, you shut up, brain.
Yeah. It happens to me all the time. Don't worry.
Spank it easy.
And ride it hard.
Are you listening?
If you like this video and you want to see more of us, go ahead and click the button on the side.
On your side? We're putting it on your side?
Yes, we're putting that on my side.
Why can't it be on my side?
Why can't my name come first?
The button's on that side.
Thank you.